Hello, welcome back to another new video. In this video, I am going to talk about the test pyramid. So, it is very important for the tester to know about the test pyramid. Why? Let's begin the video. So, the test pyramid is a model or the structure. With help of the test pyramid, we can perform different type of the test activity on a different level. I mean, we can perform the different type of the test on a different level. So basically, you can see here there are three level: unit, integration, end to end. So generally, unit testing is done by the developer. How? Let me show you. So generally, we all know that unit testing is generally done by the developer. So generally, what they do, they test their own code. For example, so this is a basic JavaScript function. So for example, this function is about just doing the sum. So it's doing the a plus b, returning the sum of the any two values. So what they do, I mean the developer, so generally the developer write the test method. They're calling the method sum a plus 1 plus 2, and they're expecting. So that's how they do the unit testing. Well, as a tester, we should involve in the unit testing. So you may confuse how can how can the tester perform the unit testing. Well, as a tester, we can't test the code. That's true, but we can test a different scenario. How? Let me show you. So here you can see here I have taken an example. For example, like how can tester involve in the unit testing. So let's take one example. Here one x is a one side, so you are quoting for one side, or you are billing for the one side which is a x. So the price of that x is 100 rupees, and if you are quoting for the another two side like x plus y is a 300, and then again you are adding x plus y plus z is a 400. So you can see here I have quoted three side. First is the x, then second is x plus y, and third is the x plus y and z. So let's imagine one scenario. If you delete the x, that means you have already deleted the x. So this two quotes is unuseful because the x and because the second quote depend on the first, and the third quote depends on the second. So that's how you can involve in the unit testing. So the main idea about the unit testing, from the testing side, the tester can come up with the different scenarios. So logical tester can't test the unit code, but they can cover the different scenarios. So the tester team, I mean the testing teams, they can give the different number of the scenario which is helpful for the unit testing. So that's how the tester contribute in the unit testing. Let's jump on the next level, which is integration. Yes, so integration, in the integration part, developer integrate the code and they test it. But what about the from the what about the testers? So well, we do, I mean as a tester we do the API testing. So generally at the integration level the system is not ready. I mean we don't have a UI, so we can't test from the UI. So what we can do, we can test the API UI. So at the integration level we can perform the API testing. So we make sure, for example, here you can see the one example. So just I'm using one function which is the part of the JavaScript. So I'm calling the API and just I'm doing the validation. So that's how you can, I mean the tester can perform the API testing at the integration level. And the last is the end to end. In the end to end we do the we do the UI testing to make sure that our system is stable from the beginning to the end. So for that we use the different tools. It's like a Cypress, Nightwatches, WebDrive.io. It depends on the language. Time it's done by the tester. So in the end-to-end testing, we write the UI test script to check the our end-to-end behavior. So for that we use a different tools like a Selenium, Cypress. It depends on your language. For the Java, most of the people use the Selenium. Uh, there are also other tools are available for the JS like a Cypress, Node.js, WebDriver. So it's up to the users. But in the end-to-end, we check the system behavior from the UI level. So for example, you can see here I'm using one Selenium function. So I'm importing one Selenium libraries, then I'm opening the browser, I'm opening the Google, sending some keywords, and just make sure that the keyword is available. So that's how the tester are involved on different level. So let me summarize the all of these things. So we have learned the test pyramid. So test pyramid is a model or the structure that help the tester to understand the different type of testing we can perform the different levels. So there are three levels: unit, integration, end to end. In the unit level, so unit testing generally done by the developer, but a tester can also involve in the unit testing. So I mean, tester can come up with a different scenario. They can help the developer to improve. I mean, to cover the more scenarios. At integration levels, developer do their integrate testing, and from the testing side we do the API testing. At the end-to-end level, we write the end-to-end test script using different tools like a Selenium or the Cypress. So this is all about the test pyramid. If you like this video, please hit the like button.